That's like a Le Mans car. Look at that one. My God. It's pretty awesome. Maybe this was in California when this should be California. I wonder where that's at.
So basically why I like and enjoy Formula SAE and what motivates me to do it is, one, of course, you know, it's something I've always had a passion for. I've always been an adrenaline junkie, per se. I've always really liked pushing stuff to the extreme, and this is definitely one of those things that allows you to do that. As a young kid, I had four-wheelers and stuff, and I was always driving those as fast as I could. But when I turned 16, I got a Integra GSR, and ever since then, I've been addicted to driving cars as fast as I can. Sitting in the cockpit of a Z racing car is unlike any other cockpit that I've ever had the opportunity to sit in. It's not luxurious whatsoever. It's just enough to get the job done. Minimalistic, I guess you could say. But when you're in it driving it, the acceleration is also not even comparable to anything I've drove. Maybe a Corvette. That's the fastest car that I've drove, and it will do about 0 to 60 as fast as a Corvette, if not faster. It gets there in about 3.5 seconds. So when it comes to manufacturing the exhaust and designing it as well, it's always a pain, of course. But specifically manufacturing, you can't just drag a line and edit it when you're trying, drag a pipe and edit it like you can when you're designing it. It comes to a point where you're trying to exit and collect all the pipes together, and you can't get it out of the chassis and nothing's lining up. We decided to use a bunch of different jigs to measure the correct degrees of turns that we need to cut, and then the angles of twist between them. And it actually worked a lot better. If you're just a kid that sits in the classroom, you don't ever get your hands dirty. You don't understand how things go together as well as you would if you were in this kind of involvement. Being involved in motorsports racing is my ultimate goal. When I think about being an engineer, I like to optimize things, not for cost or gas mileage, but just optimize it to get the most power out of it that you can, because that's, like I said, that's what excites me. I've been in the works with trying to get on at an IndyCar team or even NASCAR. I've talked to NASCAR people for interviews. The only thing that I haven't had any luck with is Formula One, but that's a awfully pretentious, division of motorsports. So I've looked at positions at Haas before, and when I was looking through them, they all, oh yeah, this sounds interesting, this sounds interesting. And then I get to look at the qualifications, and it's like I said, everything needs a PhD almost, if not a master's degree. But that's more because they're a startup team and not necessarily, just because of Formula One. But I feel like as they evolve as a team, they will start having some positions as an undergraduate, but not a lot.